Hello, Cersei here, bringing you another episode of Gaming Archaeology with E.V.O, the search for Eden. So you may have gotten the idea from this intro that E.V.O is a strange game, and you would be right. Let's get right into it, shall we? Hi, my name is Gaia. I am the one who watches over all life. It's kind of unfortunately spaced out. All life, including you. You will journey through many periods of time on this planet, a journey of change. The journey will not be easy, only the strong will survive. This is a trial given by my father. I hope you can survive the trial and meet me in Eden. This will be the end of your journey. Well, the time has come. You may go now. You are already a fish. It took 3 billion years for your body to evolve. You must travel alone. Please be careful. Good luck. So, E.V.O. So thematically speaking, we have a very loose interpretation of the evolution of life on Earth, where life is this big trial of created by the sun for Earth to have a partner in Eden. What? We have another newcomer? Welcome to the world, where the rule is only the fittest shall survive. Look, newcomer, you better listen to the rules of this world. There are 3. 1. Fight for survival and for food. 2. Only move forward, never back. The last is evolve and become strong. Well, this is a very dangerous world, isn't it? Are you afraid of it? The weak and flabby will be easy to defeat. What about you, newcomer? And true to form, you can immediately just eat this guy. Well, so yeah, let's talk about this unique game. So yeah, there's really not much that can be said about the science of this game. They clearly wanted to kind of take a sort of, I guess, fanciful, fantasy-ish take on evolution, which is interesting. Video games have traditionally had a little bit of a loose grasp on what exactly it means for something to evolve, which is not too terribly surprising. I mean, the concept of evolution is in many ways both simple but also kind of difficult to wrap your head around, just because of the fact that it's a very gradual and unguided process. And I think that because of the natural human propensity to tell stories, it's difficult not to see a narrative in the story that we kind of tell ourselves about evolution in kind of the public eye. The popular narrative of evolution, especially given human nature, it's nice to see ourselves as the pinnacle of evolution, even though that's not really true or really how it works. And that leads to kind of wonky little things like this, where I guess Mother Earth is literally guiding us to join her in where is Eden? What is that? Is that on Earth? Is it heaven? But yeah, so let's get into the mechanics of E.V.O. So it looks kind of straightforward. You're a fish, and you're running around eating other fish and sea creatures, and getting points. We're getting E.V.O points. And so you might be wondering, what are E.V.O points for? Well, let's take a quick look at that. So if we go into here, we can actually see we can evolve body parts. And apparently I racked up quite a few points right there, so let's just go ahead and get better jaws. There we go. Ooh, yeah. So yeah, let's actually talk to this crystal real quick. And by talk to, I of course mean eat it. Something in your body speaks? How are you progressing? Don't worry, I will help you evolve. You may call me Crystal. I will give you advice on how to evolve. Evolving your jaws will increase your biting strength. Evolving your body will increase your defensive power. Evolving your horns will increase your attack power. Evolving your hands, feet, and dorsal fin, as well as your tail, will increase your hit point level, agility, and strength. Be careful, evolving one part of your body may decrease another part. So this introduces the two parts of E.V.O, the two major facets of it. I guess one of the two major facets of it, and those two facets would be grinding and boss fights. Basically, in addition to being a strange premise, E.V.O is kind of a strangely designed game. You might look at this and think it's kind of an action-y game. You know, we're still kind of getting to a slow start, and eventually we're going to get on land, and you might think that this is kind of going into a platforming direction after we get out of the water. But really, a lot of the areas that we go through in the course of the game are just kind of flat plains with just kind of food wandering around on them. A lot of creatures are kind of easy to harvest for E.V.O points, as I'm doing here. And so grinding for E.V.O points is a definite big and important part of the game, and actually something I was a little worried about going in is that I might actually need to do too much grinding to make a lot of progress in a single episode. We'll see, but I think we should be at least able to get out of the ocean. Come on. But yeah, so I think we'll be fine. And yeah, the game is a little also weird about invincibility frames also. You can get hit a lot if you aren't really quite careful about that. But if you take your time and take care, you can do pretty well, I think. Hi there, fish. Try eating a red crystal. You may evolve into a strange creature. Okay, did these things speak to me? So if we eat this, it causes mysterious evolution, and the time stream evolves me. And then I become a manta ray, and though this is a temporary transformation, and now that I've gotten better jaws, it's actually not much of a benefit. I'm not entirely sure about the purpose of this transformation here, because it's temporary and it's nice, but there's not a whole lot going for it other than the fact that it does 3 damage and you have more health, I guess. But soon enough, we're just gonna turn back. Can I actually go back to the main world map with this form? Oh, guess not. Let's go ahead and see what we can do with. I think if I remember, horns are actual like weapons that can kind of break over time. I assume that shell body is the best. Let's go ahead and actually, like, if we can just save up like 10, 20 more points. There we go. 20 more points, and then let's get a shell body. Come on. If I can remember what all the buttons are. Like that. Mysterious time stream evolves me. Oh, that turned me red. Okay. Red is shell, as we know. No, that's not right. What? come on. There we go. That's where we want to head. And this is another somewhat strange place. Where we just kind of wander around, and I think we end up kind of like stuck here for a little bit. Ooh, 25. Come on. I guess you're just kind of meant to harvest these runaway fish here. Although I couldn't catch any before because I actually hadn't upgraded my jaw. Doing 3 damage actually makes a pretty big difference. Come on, Jet. Got one. And I don't know if there's actually much you can do here until the volcano goes off. I think you just kind of have to, there we go. Wall bubbles that disappear because of the explosion from the volcano. Whoop! It's a good thing I upped my defense there, because that did 5 damage before. So good thinking on my part, yes. Cave of yeah, I don't know. Well, let's go for it. So, yeah, and I'm oversimplifying a little bit when I say that that boss fights and grinding are the only real parts, you know, that are the only real major parts of this game. It's a little more involved than that, but like really what you want to do is, like, the main thing you want to worry about is just being beefed up for the boss fight at the end of each zone. Okay, I'm not gonna... Let's go ahead and try and not get into fights with these things. So now we're kind of... Ooh, that's very pointy. That's nice. I should probably spend that. Dorsal fin? Let's get a better dorsal fin. I mean, why the heck not, right? Okay, that doesn't quite fit, but alright. But I have 30 hit points now, so that's a pretty big improvement. So shell and more hit points, definitely a plus. Can I eat these? Yeah. The red pluses are hit points if it's not totally clear. Jesus. Really could use a jaw upgrade for these guys. But oh well. They give me 50 points, so I mean, if I can take them down, it's worth it. There's a lot of healing just right here on the floor, so you know, that's handy. Come on. Man, it's brutal. Simply brutal. Can we not? Can we just not? Thanks. How much is this one worth? 40. That's not too bad. Come back here. I need your flesh. Jeez. All right. That's dangerous. Let's just play it cool. Hazards produced from the background. That's always fun. Pretty sure that there's a way to get like a charge, which I'm not privy to yet. Yeah, I mean, we got plenty of time to get out of the ocean. The big question is how we will handle the boss. Ow, ow, what the heck? Come on. This is just not fair. Man, what happened to, like, fending for yourself and You know, survival the fittest. I didn't realize we could join like teams here. Wasn't anyone aware of this survival the fittest team sport? I don't know about that, guys. That really doesn't strike me as an innovation that's really gonna catch on. I just don't think so. Like, you guys are gonna get banned from Evolution for cheating. I don't know if anyone told you this, but there are rules about Evolution that you should be following. Jeez. You know what? I'd like to upgrade my jaw if I can. How much does that cost me? 800. Yikes. Okay, that's why I didn't do it before. Of course, there's really not much benefit to going for a middle one if you can do otherwise, because you're gonna have to end up paying for both of them. So straight up upgrading to the best option right away is the best thing you can do if you can manage it. Where? Huh? What? How'd I? Okay, I guess I'm here now. Alright. We're doing that then. The Cave of Origin. What do you... Oh, we're getting some lag here. Running a bit slow. Sorry guys, this is for lag reduction. Does this hurt me? No, I guess it's just decoratively spiky. Ow. Jellyfish really get a raw deal. They're just so delicious. Ow. Come on. Okay. That's just mean. No, we're totally going for 800 here. Come on. Come on. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. Everyone wants to get the attack boosts, you know? That's the fun stuff. Just straight up, just straight up. Gah. Ow. Alright, well, we got a boss to find here. There we go. Just bite all the things. Ouch. I figured you guys would do something like that. But I am armored and powerful. The seaweed whisper to one another. Friends, the Strolites are trying to create a new world using oxygen. They're having trouble because the Kurasaiches keep interfering with them. Okay. Yeah, I guess we're rolling with that then. Ow. Oh my god. That's brutal. Jesus. So much damage. Okay, that's better. Yeah, I gotta make sure not to get got by them. No, no. Ha ha ha. Oh, now who's the fittest, huh? Let's see. Jaws were capped out. Dorsal fin were capped out. Tail, 700 for max. If we can really just like bite down on these losers. No, no, I'm not letting you get the better of me. No. 80 though. Like that's a lot of points. And you there. Perfect. Let's get a better tail. Yes. Oh, I am swift now. Oh, not gonna mess with me. Not with my super fast tail. I'm far too nimble for you. Ow. Yeah, okay, whatever. I didn't care that much. And now I feel like a badass. Another interesting thing which I heard about, this was actually going into the Hardcore Gaming 101 article about E.V.O, is what? The Strolites whisper to one another. If we could move along the bottom of the sea without sticking, we would not have to be ruled by the Kurosei. Shush, speak quietly or the leader in the cave will hear you. Apparently this game started off in Japan as an RPG, and they, I guess, made an adaptation or a sequel or something to it where it's a platforming evolution thing instead. Very strange. Very strange. Everything about this game is just really weird. I don't have any real explanation. Oh god, no. I don't really have any explanation for this one. Like, it's just really weird. And there's not really any other game quite like E.V.O, I think. There. Can maybe get something out of this. We could maybe get bigger, but how about we get a tackle fin? Ooh. Did that do anything different? I don't know. Well, anyway, I think that we're... Ooh. Huh? Who are you? Knowing this is the domain of the King of the Sea, why are you here? Are you not trying to help the Strolites build a new world? The sea is the only world. I will defeat anyone who helps the Strolites. Ow. Ow, shit. What a dick. Oh, okay, there we go. We got a strategy then. So this is the aforementioned boss fights, and as you've seen, bosses can just really wreck you if you're not careful. Oh, Christ. Yeah. This game has a bit of a balance issue, which is really starting to kind of show its face around this point, where bosses can sometimes be pretty brutal and really, like, it's just a really strange difficulty spiker on bosses, which is why, like, that pretty much, you know, the name of the game is grind for the boss. That's E.V.O's bread and butter, pretty much. So we're just gonna go ahead and, I mean, we got the evolutions we want, right? You know, for the most part. So I'm just gonna go ahead and, like, not waste any time getting back to the boss. I did kind of skip over the dialogue, but basically, like, we lost some E.V.O points, and I think that's all that dying does, is you just lose points. This game is not that harsh in that regard. Like, you can just try again, pretty much. And as long as you've evolved what you want, I think that you're just kind of, you're pretty much fine. So yeah, let's see if we can do that a little better. Oh god, he doesn't even like cutscene this time. Come on! Jesus Christ. What the fuck? Like, that's the other thing, is just like, there's no like, what's the word? There's really not a lot of room to maneuver in here. Like, you can really just kind of get not quite stun locked, close to it, but just kind of in a position where it's very hard to do much of anything against the boss. And just the fact that like he just came rocketing off of the screen. The second attempt, because apparently the game was like, well, no more cutscene trigger. Let's just fucking do this, right? So that's kind of nuts. And just the fact that like you go down in like a little more than 3 hits. 14 damage, Christ almighty. And I could probably get up a little bit more hit points if I really went for it, but I mean, I don't wanna spend a lot of time more grinding. I just want to just want to beat the boss. Good lord, fucking hell! Just absolutely does not let up. Like, you just really want to get this right the first time, because, like, good lord. Yeah, and... there we go. God. Ah, Jesus. Okay. You know what I should be doing, actually? I shouldn't be fucking around like this. I should just be straight up save stating. I don't remember what the buttons for that are on BizHawk. Because I don't want to waste any more time. Like, this is getting ridiculous. This is a problem. This is a problem that appears a lot in particularly older games. In terms of game design, you run into the retry loop. This is particularly concerned in difficult games, and like when you look at E.V.O's boss fights, like we're definitely counting that, because you can just totally whiff it in seconds if you're not on the ball. And the real question that comes into it is, when you die a lot, how long does it take you to try again at the thing you lost at? This is a pretty major game design consideration. I don't know why I expected this to go any better than that. Come on. Like, having played a lot of different kinds of difficult games, I can tell you that, like, when it's possible to whiff really easily in a game, having to wait seconds before getting to try again can be really obnoxious. Hold on. Go ahead and save state, Shift F1 and F1. Let's try that out real quick. Yeah, there we go. Okay, looks good. But yeah, and like old video games are particularly, like, they're modeled after, you know, the quarter munchers of the arcades, which means, you know, lives, and stuff like that. What you find in a lot of these games is that the retry loop can sometimes be very long, and like that's definitely something that when you're coming into a older game with modern sensibilities, and I think I've kind of alluded to this, is like some games are just not fun unless you just use save states, and not to cheat really, but just to reduce the retry loop. Like, that's such a major thing that I think was probably not appreciated for a really long time, is just the fact that, like, it's not fun to just like just like having to wait that long to get to the part that you're actually interested in. Like, here we go. Man, I'm actually running over time because, like, purely because of this boss. I don't even know how much hit points it has. Do I have a charge? Hold on. should not be screwing around. Oh my god. Good lord. I should just be safe staying in the middle. Just so I can finish at a reasonable length of time. Like, this is just too much. But yeah, since we're getting kind of up on the end here, and E.V.O is kind of starting to show its flaws a little bit, I'll just tell you, like, this is the real killer thing that the design is unfocused, I think. Like, it's shown in just the fact that, like, a lot of levels are just kind of grazing fields for grinding. E.V.O has a really interesting concept, where you can kind of change your abilities on the fly, over the course of... Christ. Over the course of, you know, getting points and evolving, and it just doesn't seem to really make the best use of that, you know, that concept. It's I mean, yeah, I'm just gonna say it's not a very good game. It does, like I said, it does stand out. If this concept seems interesting to you, I guess it's worth playing as I guess a novelty. But like, in terms of the game design, in terms of the experience, I think a lot of people are gonna find this one frustrating, I think is the right word. And that's unfortunate, because I really do like unique games. You know, that's kind of the idea behind Gaming Archaeology, isn't just to show obscure games, although, you know, that's the official rule. But it's also just to show games that are different from, you know, your typical fare, the stuff that really got big and got recognized. Especially in these early days where video game design was much more of an experiment back then. Part of what we gain now that we have kind of improved our, you know, our game design, we've refined it, we've kind of understood principles of game design. Part of what we gain from that is just having a more consistent experience. We have rules that it's generally acknowledged are good to follow, that make a good experience. You know, we have people talking about game design. But what we lose in the process is just stuff that kind of does something different and interesting. And I think that, you know, even aside from the older games, this is why it's also worth exploring games that are on the fringe today. Games that don't follow all the rules and maybe would be dismissed for kind of doing that. And that's where you kind of get the more experimental games, stuff that's just going for being artsy or just weird. It's definitely something that I feel that I would like to get, you know, take more of an interest in, and I have not entirely succeeded at that. You know, it's something that takes a bit of investment to get into, in, you know, in terms of getting over that bias towards what you think game design ought to look like, you know, having seen it develop and formed expectations about what games are like today. But, you know, the important thing to remember about design rules, especially, Jesus motherfucking Christ, fucking Christ motherfucking fuck. What was I talking about? Man. Okay, let's give this one more shot. One more shot, because I really do want. I was aiming for getting on land before. Getting on land before the half-hour mark, and we are 6 minutes over now. I think that was the longest litany of swearing that has cropped up in any of my Let's Plays so far. Man, this one will just not quit. Absolutely. Just... What is it doing? Oh, God. Like, this is absolutely just, like, infuriating. Okay, how about let's get it to bonk and then save state abuse. Yikes. Save state abuse. I'm like using a dash, I can tell, but I keep doing it by accident. Ugh. God, I hate you. But yeah. So, I mean, use my reaction as a judge of whether you think you can put up with this game. Because, I mean, honestly, I did beat this game, mostly just out of curiosity for it. Oh, wow. Giant fish sticks. Okay. Are we done here? I guess we are. We are the Strolites. Outside the sea, a world filled with oxygen is being born. The entrance is here. Here? Okay. Anyway, change of circumstances causes evolution. I mean, I guess that is, kind of correct, technically. I am Gaia. The fish age lasted about 2 billion years. As it ended, it gave way to the beginning of a new world, one filled with oxygen. It is called the Land Age. The Strolites and plants have already begun living here to prepare a better place for those who choose to follow. Here is a present for surviving the fish age. It is the body... Sorry. It is the body of an amphibian. You have lungs so that you may breathe, and you may also move about the ground freely. New adventure awaits your new body. So, great power... Please give this creature a new body. Okay. So I guess the last thing, let us go to the area when the creatures reach land. We shall use the time trans? Okay. Yeah. So the one last thing I want to talk about, that is a common part of the E.V.O loop. The next stage is the age of amphibians. Amphibians, ecustega, and insects, which were the first to arrive, have already lived on land. There should be a lot of large plants growing there, but something is wrong. But yeah, part of the loop of going through each chapter is you build up E.V.O points at the start through one chapter, and then you get to a point where you feel like a total badass, and then you start over a new chapter and you're not a badass anymore. The different ages are very disconnected from each other in that sense. Like, you can see, like, nothing that I did really carried over. I'm starting with a new body. I'm not strong anymore. Like, it has totally different, like, rules now. So we can, like, go into here and see that, you know, we've got the weakest jaws now for this chapter. That's kind of a frustrating thing about it. It's just kind of having your evolution only really count for one chapter. But oh, we may as well grab this crystal before we finish up. Man, I did not mean to do another 40-minute episode. Welcome to the world of amphibians. If you evolve your tail, you will increase your jumping ability and your HP. Okay, that's good to know. But yeah, so that's it for E.V.O. Whew. I have to admit, I my goodwill for this game kind of ran low right near that last bit right there. That was really what I wanted to get across about bosses, is the bullshit. So I'm glad that came across at least. But yeah, so I guess this is where we call it, and next time I'll see you with some more Big Glitched, and then I will see. Oh, it's nighttime. I'm gonna see with what my patrons want me to play next on my big old list of games. So we'll see about that. And a big thanks to my Patreon contributors, Unanilium and Drakitten. If you want to contribute to my Patreon, then the link is in the description below. So if you want to drop me a few bucks, I will take that into account when taking input from you on what you'd like me to play next. If you just want to let me know what you would like me to play next anyway, go ahead and leave a comment. It never hurts, even if you aren't giving me any money. I'm still glad to hear from you. So, yep, I will see you then. Bye-bye.